Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run it with Coleman. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Tevin Coleman, 35 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Anderson. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Now, these two teams have met a total of 15 times starting back in 1997. Of course, remember, Baltimore was moved from Cleveland by owner Art Modell back in 1996, so they didn't have a team prior to that, but they met in 97, 15 times since then. The most recent meeting was back in 2017, a 40-0 rout by the Ravens. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Deion Jones. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here comes Grant on the return. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. Play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. This time Jackson will throw it. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. And he's got this down to the 35. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Derek Shelby. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Jackson to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
It's caught, and there's the first NFL catch for Marquise Brown. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin with his first career touchdown in his first career game as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a little does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hey, chill. Check 99.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's fielded at the 45. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Check it back, check it back.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that 5-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw is Fitzpatrick. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 17.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time.
At the 27-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Alert 3, alert 3. Yeah. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Three down. That's it.
On third down, Jackson. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Jackson, always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
You got nothing. 55.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Tucker with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Let's go, Billy. Bring it on.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
All day, every day, any day. Delta. 52. Hey, 52.
Jackson on first down. flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
First down, Baltimore.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his first career touchdown in his first career game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Three down.
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. This is the running back Powell. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They go again with Powell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Sets up 4th down.
Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been one of their few. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check 43. Shift. Okay.
A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check 31. Shift.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. The 2nd down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Jackson on 3rd and long from his end zone. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out.
52's the mic. They can't hang with us. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Go.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up. Look small. D, go. Great stuff. Let it go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Jackson now. 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike. Match box. I'm coming after you. Shut up.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Jackson throwing again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Aqib Talib, the veteran Pro Bowler, there to get a hand in, knock it away.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
Jackson will throw again. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go. And he fires one that's intercepted. picked off by Akeem Talib. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Fitzpatrick to throw it. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That throw good for 4. It's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Fitzpatrick. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Ferguson in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. 3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Going to look deep for Wilson. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out. And they'll bring it out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. 20! And all the way inside the 15. It's a gain of 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch go. Twist, twist.
Under 10, under 10.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Dolphins' 14-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, off.
Watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
We got 4.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Operating from the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he finds Parker here, complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Did they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes
pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?